All right, everybody. Good afternoon. This is brother Eric. Local 308.
Union Rep, Executive Board, Boogeyman. All right. The vote passed. Unofficially, the count was, I don't know, looked like just under 2,000 versus just under 700, with about 4 that are, contested. So contested means generally these are ballots where we weren't sure if they were on the rolls as far as being in good standing with their dues. And I have to say that the judges yesterday at 95th Terminal, I could say, seemed to be very accommodating regarding the new recruits and trying to get them signed up. So once all that's in the process, these will be counted, and that will increase the amount of no votes and increase the amount of yes votes. It was clear that these ballots were easy to manipulate. There's no serial numbers on them. They were initialized on the back by the judges. You know, it's just useless. Very ridiculous. The polling, the ballots could have been done electronically. This whole thing could have been done in a modern way. One of our brothers has found discrepancies in the way the vote was conducted, utilizing Section 8 of the Local 308 bylaws. Now, interestingly, when it comes to elections for officers, the ATU Constitution only permits in person. So we can only do in-person voting for that. But it doesn't say anything about contracts and most other things. So we can do a lot of this stuff electronically to make it convenient for people, because people, especially in the third shift, this was exceedingly difficult for them to participate. Fear was the primary driver behind the sale of this terrible agreement, and that is how they control us. And whether it's Local 241 president or Local 308, it is fear. Fear of the arbitrator, fear of this, fear of that. You've seen plenty of videos and articles and blogs from myself and others about what's wrong with this agreement. So I won't belabor that. Right now, there's a lot of anger going on, and rightfully so. A lot of dissatisfaction. I have been receiving messages all day. I looked, and there's all these messages, all these emails, all these posts. Some people even want me to resign, and that's fine. But I'm not going to quit, so I don't intend on resigning. But I do encourage you to utilize your rights as an amalgamated transit union member and to put charges on me for whatever it is that I've done wrong. It's in Section 22 of the ATU Constitution. 22.3 or 22.3, 4, and something else. But if you're going to do that, you're going to put charges on me, which is fine. I'm used to that. It happened last year, remember? But the members showed up, and it ended up being a 50-50, and when it needed to be 75 versus 25% in order for a hearing to go forth. But if you're going to do that to me, or you want that for me, that's fine. I encourage that. What about Penny and Mark and Keith and Woodrow? And what about these union presidents who shoved this last minute agreement that came out of nowhere that has almost nothing of what our contract proposal items are? Why not put charges on them? In fact, I plan to do it too. So I'm not just talking. I got charges I'm writing up against Peppermint Penny right now. So it's just taking me a while. I got a million other things to do. But you can do that too. And I'm hoping those of you who want to remove Peppermint Penny and Side Deal Hill, that you will put charges on them. Local 241 members. Same constitution, same union. Let's get rid of these people. And some of you are like, nah, I'm mad. I just ranting and I just hate our union. I know you do. And you know what? I hate our leadership. How's that? I don't hate our union because, frankly, our union, I see it more as a more like a pronoun. It's we are the union, not the elected people. They are not the union to me. Like, I'm an official that was elected, but I don't see myself as the union. I see myself as a representative of the workers. So I must do what the workers want me to do. And I must help the workers get done what they want to get done by any means possible, any means necessary. I would say non-violently, just to cover myself. But I want you to take your anger and try redirecting it towards the CTA mismanagement, which is currently holding the Amalgamated Transit Union in Chicago hostage. And that's us. They're holding us hostage, right? And the boss-loving bootlicking sellouts who are in the union office right now. Every single one of those people that told you, yeah, vote for it. Remove them from office. Or put charges on them for removal. Or demand that they repent. Put charges on them and demand that they totally disavow themselves of their previous misleadership. Do something. Because there's no other union that's going to save us except us, the workers. None. You can email John Costa, the international president, King Costa, say, help us. You know what he's going to say? He's going to have to use your constitution and put charges on these people and remove them from office and have a new election. Basically, that's what he's going to tell you. You go to another union, they're going to tell you, okay, you got to decertify first. But guess what? You can't decertify as one craft. Currently, the way the Illinois Labor Relations Board interprets labor law, okay, we will have to decertify the entire Amalgamated Transit Union Local 308. That's the repairers, the servicers, motor blowers, the clerks, the operators, the supervisors, switchmen, towermen, CAs, trackmen, janitors, etc. Same with Local 241. If you want to decertify, like the laborers are attempted to do, you're going to have to decertify the whole bargaining unit. Our trackman brothers attempted to decertify, but the labor board told them you had to decertify the entire Amalgamated Transit Union. If I get on this call, or at any time put in writing, that I will assist you with decertifying from the Amalgamated Transit Union, I will be charged with dual unionism. That's section 22.2 in the ATU Constitution. It's not exactly dual unionism, the act of saying this, but it leads to dual unionism. And so that's why it says any attempt to decertify. So I'm not going to give Penny and Mark and King Costa and the management and the politicians, because politicians don't like me either. I'm not going to give any of them a chance to say, good, we got rid of the boogeyman. I want the membership to get rid of me because you feel that I'm not doing a good job. Okay? So you remove me from office. But back to the subject of the union. After you decertify the Amalgamated Transit Union Local 308 and or Local 241, you must organize for another union. And of course, ahead of time, I'm sure you would have talked to whoever, right? SEIU, Teamsters, I don't know. Or you make your own, which I think is probably better because all these other big box unions, they just want to take your dues money, frankly, in my opinion. They're all bought out. Even the Teamsters. You know, you got some unions giving their blood to the Democrats. You got the other union giving their blood to the Republicans. They all suck. None of these politicians work for any of us. I promise you. They will sell us out. But anyways, if you don't believe me, I want you to go to ilrb.gov and do a search for decertification. ILRB, just do a search, ILRB, it's Illinois Labor Relations Board. They are the ones that will authorize us, they will hold an election to decertify. So then after that we recertify, or we certify, not recertify, we certify for our new union. So that's another election. And I guarantee you, a lot of the people who decertified, they will not want a union. Or they'll forget, or they'll get overwhelmed and not want to deal with it. Then we will negotiate a new contract. All right? So just understand all these extra layers of organizing. Again, if you want me to help you with this, it will mean I can no longer represent you and be an officer in the Amalgamated Transit Union. And right now, I don't think we should do that. I don't think I should resign. I really don't want to. I just don't want to because every month Penny is telling me, President Penny is like, this job isn't for you. You need to. You're always complaining and this and that, and you're not doing good. You don't have good relationships with management. You shouldn't do the job if you don't like it. Every freaking month I got to hear from this freaking idiot. This sellout, President Penny, goddamn sellout, tell me that I don't know how to take care of my responsibility as an elected leader in the union. Penny, of all people. Look what she's leading us to. So we're going to get a 1.5% raise in January. No paid sick leave. None. And it's a state law. Penny and Keith and Mark, you think this isn't about them. You want to beat up the members. A lot of us want to beat up our coworkers and say, oh, they should have voted. Why didn't they come out to vote? It's because month after month, year after year, the members are completely humiliated. So they're like, why should I vote? Why does it matter? They're just going to force it on us anyways, and they will. You're right. You're exactly right. And that's what manager Jerry Williams did when he was our union president. May he rest in peace. He didn't like that we turned down a contract back in the 90s, I think it was. 1990s. And he said, you know what? We didn't get everybody a chance to vote. We're going to do it again. So he went and talked to everybody, sent the board members out to go scare everybody, and then they got the vote they wanted for the contract to please their friends at the CTA management. Yeah. So yeah, you can do SEIU Local 343, like Brother Jamal's suggestion. You could do IBEW 134, whatever. But you got to organize that. I'm not. I'm interested in, personally, the members taking control of Local 308 and Local 241. That's what I'm interested in. And then we take it over, give the union back to the members so that they can democratically decide what they want to do, as opposed to some elected dope. And then if King Costa and his merry band of vice criminals, international vice presidents, decide to trustee us or give us trouble, well, then we'll be organized as a union, a democratic union. And what can we do? He says he wants to trustee. Okay, then we decertify. Y'all want to decertify, but yet you want to be part of another union. Well, have you read that union's constitution? Have you even read that union's contracts with the CTA? Because guess what? Teamsters has a contract with the CTA. IBEW has 2 contracts with the CTA. Local 9 and 134. Have you read those contracts? Have you? I don't know if you have. Have you read it? Tell me if you've read it. Because I haven't met anybody that read it. I'll sit there and show it to you. I'll go on the computer. Because and let me ask you this. If IBEW and Teamsters is so great, so wonderful, ATU, whatever, but let's focus on all these other unions. The carpenters, the iron workers. If their unions are so great, how come you can't find their contracts with the CTA on the internet? How come they're hidden? How come everyone tells us, and everyone's memorized this in our contract, ATU, they say there's a no strike clause in our contract, and it says this, this, and this. Tell them, show it to me. Show it to me. They can't, because it doesn't exist. The ATU contract is on the internet. The latest one, right? Before this terrible agreement. There's nothing in there about a no strike clause. But IBEW, Teamsters, carpenters, ironworkers, pipe fitters, painters, they all have a no strike clause in their contract. Look, it's either going to be in Article 1.6 or 1.7. Yeah. And it says a no strike, no lockout. We don't have that. The closest thing we have is in Article 17 regarding arbitration. And that is when your grievances can't be settled. And then when you look in Section 17 of the Illinois Labor Relations Act, in order to exercise your right to strike, which we have, did they tell you that? Did we have a right to strike? Did they tell you that? It's a state law. We have a right to strike. It's called a legal strike. And then there's illegal strikes, which are wildcats. But the last 2 major recognized strikes at the CTA were in 1979 and 1968. And they were both wildcat. But anyways, in the Illinois Labor Relations Act, Section 17, I'm paraphrasing here. One day I'll memorize it. It says, out of the 5 steps, one of the steps is the parties have sought arbitration, binding arbitration. And that part failed. You can strike. Okay. But nowhere does it say you cannot build for the strike. You cannot prepare for the strike. Nowhere. It doesn't say you can't. But what you do here is the union lawyers and the union misleaders tell us, oh, we can't do it, we can't do it, we can't. They don't even want to plan for it. You notice they don't even want to protest. They don't even want to do a press conference making fun of Mr. 33% in the CTA mismanagement. They don't even want to yell at a manager. They'll let a manager yell at you, call you a liar and a scumbag, and they won't even say nothing in a private meeting with the management. So they just don't want to fight. It's not that they don't want, it's not that you can't strike or you can't protest or you can't speak up. You see me out there with the bullhorn, you say, that's a crazy man. Fine, you just call me whatever you want. But they can't do nothing to me. I ain't threatening nobody. I'm talking strictly about working conditions. I ain't naming nobody. You could do these things. You could organize for these things. But you want to be in all these other unions. Yeah, you won't even read their contract? You know, come on. Read their contracts. Read their constitutions. It's not a better place. It never is. You make it right at home. Let's take control of the ATU. Take your anger. Don't put it on your coworkers who didn't vote, or who voted yes. Please, don't beat them up for it. Please, don't beat them up. We got enough beatings from these management. It's to stop. Focus on the management. They're the ones that gave this to Mark, Penny, Keith, and Woodrow and said, here, sell it to the people. And he said, okay, thank you, boss. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, boss. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we want, what did she say? We want, they said, we want to give you a 4% raise. And he said, no, you give us a 5. No, that's not good enough. Okay, we'll give you a 5% raise. No, it's not good enough. We'll give you a 6% raise. No, that's not good enough. We'll give you a 7% raise. Oh, yeah, that's good enough. 7.75. Plus the 4%? Oh, it's 11.75. Y'all didn't ask for that raise. You didn't ask for that. We asked for 33%. We said, look at all these other unions. Just with the threat of a strike, they got 20, 30, 40%. Oh, well, their wages are lower. Oh, it doesn't matter. Wages low or not. We can't afford to pay the rent. We are working overtime so that we can pay the rent, pay the mortgage, pay the groceries, pay for college, pay for hospital bills. So it's a terrible day. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible day. It's a sad day. It's an angry day. But brothers and sisters, I want you to get up. I want you to get up. I want you to get in shape. Dry your eye. Get your aggression out on that punching bag. Run a mile, whatever it takes. And let's go after the CTA mismanagement and then boss-loving, bootlicking traitors in the union office. And like I said, you don't like me? You don't like that the union people don't like me? You don't like that the managers don't? Fine. Put me out. It's your right. And I will gladly give you all the information you need to remove me. Because I believe it's your right. I don't believe I have any right to be a boss over you as a union official. But I'm going to remind you that we are at a very low point. We're at zero. We are at zero now. Our raise is like negative. Our wages are in the negative range. Because you got over a 22% increase of cost of goods and services between the year of 2020 and 2024. None of these raises just barely, doesn't even get up to that. So we are literally at zero. We're literally at zero with our morals, our morale, our faith, our activity, we're at 0. Well, what happens if you decide today, January 8th, 2025, I am going to do what I can do? Whether it's attend membership meetings and vote down all spending on sports, trips, and parties, and I will make motions for militant action to punish our criminal, slave-driving, wicked, demonic employer, and to hold my union leaders accountable. You say, I will do it. I, one person. I, 1, 0, 1, 0. What do we have? 1 and 0. Well, we have 10. Well, Brother Eric, you can't do math. 1 plus 0 is 1. I'm saying let's make a new number from the 1. Because I guarantee you, if you, the one member that says, I'm going to stand up and I am going to speak up and I am going to do what is right to help myself and my coworkers, you will inspire 10 people. And they may watch you and they may cringe, but they will be inspired by you. Because I know for a fact I inspire people. I know. One man. One little funny looking man. Is he a white man? Is he a black man? They don't know. What is he? Is he a manager? Is he a communist? Is he a Trump worshiper, supporter? Ooh, it's huge. Whatever. You can do the same thing, and you have to do it. In fact, that is the price you must pay for living. If you want to live in a society, you have to be active in that society. You have to be an active agent for positive change. Because if you and I are not actively correcting our community will be corrupted. And what is our community, dear CTA workers? It's our CTA co-workers. It's our shops, our garages, our terminals, our stations. Yeah, that's our community. You may not really like it, but it is yours. So if you're not busy correcting it, it will be corrupted. And when it comes to our union and our leadership, when we are not correcting our leadership, they will be corrupted. And they are corrupted because we continue to elect them thinking they are our boss. And they threaten us, and they help management punish us. So we have to now punish them. They sold us out. I am a union official, the Amalgamated Transit Union. And I am telling you, it is your duty. Those of you who are insulted by this terrible agreement and are insulted by the human rights violations at the CTA, you must speak up when you're off the clock. You must talk to the media when you are off the clock. Yes, you can talk to the media. Yes, you can talk to the media. Just don't do it while you're on the clock and on CTA property. You can do it on the sidewalk here, in front of CTA property. Do not do it at work. Don't do it while you're in the bus or on the train, shop floor, the pit, the bathroom. Do it when you get home. I want you to do this. When every single one of you that might be listening for a moment, because I know you're going to get bored, I'm talking too much. I want you to take your anger, keep it going, keep the fire going, just redirect it, that's all. Redirect it. Bring your anger away from your coworkers who voted yes or who didn't vote. And the traitorous union misleadership. Okay? And I will be glad to assist you with doing that. All right? In the Chicago Transit Justice Coalition, we got meetings coming up at Culver's on the 4th of February, I think. Come on down. Let's get ready to plan to take control of our union democratically. It's the only way, y'all. It's the easiest way, not the only way, but it's the easiest way right now. Let's take control of our union, and then if King Costa want to come and flex his muscles and say you can't do this and you can't do that, and then we just leave. We say goodbye. But right now, it's all we got, and I'm asking you to help me. We got Local 241 on an election in November or December of this year. We must remove the Hill regime, Sidedale Hill, at all costs. And after that, we have 2026 November elections. We have to remove Peppermint Penny, Mark Weems, and all them people that carry their message, their business unionist message. We have to remove them from office. And yeah, I'm running for president. I am. I have to. I will. I shall. God willing. And if we remove these people from office ahead of time, Hill and Peppermint Penny and all these people, then we can have elections sooner. We might as well. Let's get this over with, because this is terrible. It's just going to get worse. I guarantee it. So to those people who I let down, because there's some people that want me, like I said, they want me to resign. I apologize for letting you down, for what all the various things I've done wrong. You just let me know so I can correct myself. I'm trying my best to not screw anybody. I'm trying my best just to help people that have been hurting all this time. But I don't need to be in this position to live. So you can remove me from office at any time. Thank you for taking a moment to listen. Again, please mourn the loss. Go through the process of grief. Because I know I'm feeling like crap right now. So a lot of people are. It was just a terrible day at work. Everyone was just but let's get up. Please don't stop paying dues. Please don't. It's like all these people want me to run for office. They're like, yeah, man, I'm going to vote for you. Yeah, but you stop paying dues. How you going to vote for me in Local 308? Local 308. Those of you who want me to run, how in the world are you going to get me in office and then you going to stop paying dues? I'm telling you. Penny, Mark, Woodrow, Keith, and the CTA mismanagement is loving it when you all stop paying dues out of protest. Am I calling you stupid? No. I agree with you in a sense. I do. I think about it a lot. Have I done it? No. I just think about it. I'm like, nah, don't do that. You know, it's okay to think about it, but then like, nah, forget it. Just crumple that up and throw it out, little ball. Just stay in, but stay active. Don't opt out, opt in. Come to these meetings. I mean, you should have seen the December meeting. The members took it over. We took total control of the union in 2 hours. So we can do it again and again and again. I'm telling you, we could have Penny, Mark, Keith Woodrow, Michelle Townsend, Toilet Gatewood, and Angelique, and all these people. We could get them out of office in 2 months if y'all just come and take control of your membership meeting. We could get rid of them. We could get rid of them. I'm not making this up. It's gonna be a fight. Yeah, it ain't gonna be just easy, but we just have to just do it until we accomplish our goal. You don't quit. So come with me on this marathon. For the next 2 years, we're gonna go jogging, you and me, every day. And we're gonna exercise our democratic rights, our Second Amendment rights. Okay? And we're gonna start meeting together. We're gonna meet online, meet in person, whatever it takes, so that we can take control of Local 308 and Local 241 and liberate it from CTA control. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on this trip. I'm just about home. Y'all made it so easy for me. And I thank my wife for letting me use the car. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Peace. Hang in there. We're going to win if we never quit.